But just to give a little context of behind the headline of what I was talking about with that answer.
That's great stuff. So we'll help you turn the page to the guys who are here. Like Michelli, excited to see what he can do. Tell us a little bit about your expectations for Nick Waugh, why he was someone you targeted, and then if you could just throw in a comment on Pizzetta, who I absolutely love watching play hockey. That would make me happy as well.
Yeah, well, with Nick, I think Nick is, he may not be the big sexy name, but to me, Nick's a player that helps you win. And if you're trying to be a winning team, you need, we've heard Lou talk about it in years past. It's like building an orchestra. You need everybody in the right chair. And Nick was in a situation in Vegas where, he's playing behind Eichel, Carlson, Hurdle. I mean, those are three pretty good centermen.
Yeah.
But he's a big right shot centerman, can kill penalties, can play in a matchup role, can play against other teams' best, and he's got a sneaky skill set. He's got good hands around the net. He gets to the net. As I said, he can kill penalties. He gives us something in the middle of the ice that we didn't have. He's a right shot. It's a right shot penalty killing option. So right shot face-off, strong side face-offs. It gives us another option there. And really, just to give you a little insight in your team building standpoint is, we all get infatuated with 1, 2, 3, 4 in terms of lines and first line centers and second line centers, and probably 20 plus teams in the league are looking for the prototypical second line center. But a lot of what the game is in matchups. And, I've used the analogy with Winnipeg. And again, no team is perfect, but that's a pretty darn good team that won the President's Trophy. And again, when you look down the middle of the ice for them, you've got Scheifele as your number one. On paper, you've got Nemestikov as 2 and Lowry as 3. But again, it all comes down to deployment. And if you have somebody, when I look at our roster here right now, with Nick Waugh that can take a lot of defensive heavy lifting, defensive zone starts, defensive face-offs, and matchups, when you put those into a pot, it allows you to not get necessarily lost on your 1, 2, and 3, but spread out matchups and situational play that could free up different people, whether you're talking about Austin, John, and Scotty Lawton. So when I look down the middle of our ice right now, I think it gives us a lot of different options. And like I said, he was important. He was an important player. He was an important player for us to get. It's a player that we've had a lot of interest for a long time. So we're excited to get him. With Michelli, again, when we look at our roster and subtracting Mitch from there, of trying to look at the aggregate of how do we replace some of the assets that Mitch had, and one of them obviously was playmaking ability. And again, this is maybe a name that's recognizable to a lot of people. He's coming off a down year, had some injuries, and fell out of favor and lost some confidence. But he's, when you really dig into him, he's a guy who makes a lot of plays. Can retrieve pucks off the wall, goes into traffic, has got really good vision, moves around the ice really well, but has the ability to elevate others in terms of, making plays and the thought process behind it is we have people that can finish. A lot of play driving and offensive distribution is an area, as I said, with Mitch being gone, that we were looking for. So we felt that this was the opportunity cost was manageable, and we've got some ideas where he'll fit, but bringing in that skill set, we felt was something that potentially has some upside for us. And then with Pizzetta, he brings forechecking ability. He skates real well. He's a very willing competitor, which I think you can never have too much of. And he plays hard. He's a great teammate. We'll see how it all sorts itself out here, but he's a guy that is never going to cheat you with effort. And it gets back to the comment I made earlier that you need all kinds when you're building a team to fit in different roles. And so we're glad that Michael came to us, and he'll give us some juice.
Brad, we know it's been a busy 24 hours and probably will be for the next little while for you. We really appreciate your time coming on the show. Thanks for doing this.
You bet, guys. Thanks for having me on, and happy belated Canada Day.
You as well.
You
as well.
too. Thanks for your time.
I'm surprised you're working today, Kipper. I thought the tires squeal after July 1. And you're not heard from them.
You're going to hear him real soon. Don't worry.
It's almost time.
Yeah.
Brad Treeliving,
Okay.
General Manager of the Toronto Maple
Thanks.
Leafs, and real stand-up guy.
Yeah.
You know,
He is.
he didn't have to come on. He's like a free agency. A couple days in, he could have
Still doing
completely blown us off.
I would have liked it. Hey, he blew us up. That would mean that he was in the middle of doing something. I remember when Alvin did that when he was signing Pedersen or signing something. He didn't show
showed
up.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
JB, are you crazy asking him about three guys?
Well, I didn't mean Michelli. I just wanted.
I don't think he's ever given an answer
I opened
under
the door.
30 seconds.
I opened the door.
I'm glad you didn't ask him the first question. We wouldn't have got in any more questions. But all kidding aside, I thought his answer to DNA was excellent. That we just assume that it's just bodies moving in and out, and it's not. It's the whole package, right?
You needed some mutations
Yeah.
from the current DNA.
Okay, 2-hour show. Just like that, our first
one of
hour's up, but we're sticking around. We'll take it around the league as well. Still plenty news on free agency. Don't
Dan
go
Murphy,
away.
Jason
The
Gregor.
Real Kipper and Bourne. We continue after these words. Welcome back in studio, the Real Kipper and Bourne Show. Nick Kiprios, Justin Bourne, Sammy McKee, Derek Brandeo, and Jake the Snake Schultz. 1 hour down, 1 hour to go. I think we're 9:60 in Calgary and 6:50 in Vancouver as well.
Yeah, we're showing at a different time every weekday this week. So